Hey everyone, it's Kenya Kelly, business and brand consultant for KenyaKelly.com and ifyoubrandit.com. If this is your first time watching me, thank you so much for being here. I am a business owner and entrepreneur, and basically what I do is I help people figure out who they are at the core of their being. Then we come up with creative ideas to generate revenue and create wealth. Then we take those ideas and we strategically build businesses and brands online. So anytime you encounter me, you're gonna always hear me talk about business, branding, Jesus, and then my cats, because I got 3 of them. All right, so this morning it is July. Oh my God, it's already July and my birthday month is over with, but I'm still celebrating. Anyway, so this morning, I want to touch on the subject of why personal development is crucial for entrepreneurship, all right? Why personal development is crucial for entrepreneurship. So if this is your first time watching, I want you to type #new. If you've been here before, I want you to type #living legend and lets me know you've been here before. And then if you think somebody would benefit from this video, please feel free to share. If you're on YouTube, what's up YouTube? You can comment too. All right, so let's go get into it. So anytime I am teaching, I will always share my personal experience, the good, bad, and then the fugly. That's like real ugly, right? So when I first got into entrepreneurship, I was not so polished. That's the nicest way that I can put it. I was not very polished. Hey, Paula. And so what do I mean by that? What I mean by that was I used to cuss like a sailor, all right? I know that sounds terrible, but I used to cuss like a sailor. I was mean. I was a major ego. I was rude. I didn't have a filter, and all that. There's probably much more to that, but, you know, there's a lot more I could probably tell you about that, but and I found myself having success financially. You know what I mean? I was, people were running up to me, wanting autographs, crying, oh my God, Kenya Kelly, you know. I was making money, but the people closest to me hated me, right? Y'all just type hated it in the comments, right? Hey, Janet. Hey, Paula. They hated me. And I was like, oh, they're just jealous. They're just jealous. They just mad. They just jealous, right? But what it really was that I was the problem, right? You know, they always say that if you come in contact with the same situation over and over and over again, it's somebody is the common denominator, and it's usually you, right? So I was the common denominator in my situation. And so while I was having public success, I was a private failure. Ooh, terrible, right? And a bunch of different things happened. One, people on my team were upset. I had situations where people on my team wanted to fight me in network marketing, men on my team. I had situations where my mentor was like, I'm not working with you anymore if you don't read books. I was like, dude, what? I'm awesome. And I'm not exaggerating. This is real life stuff, okay? He's like, I'm not working with you anymore unless you read some books. And I was just like, you read a book. I didn't tell him that, but I was just like, and you know, it was at that moment that I realized, well, there's something to this, and I just may not understand what it is that he's saying, but I'm going to go ahead and read these books. And so my first book that I read was called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Then I read The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader by John Maxwell, I think. Right after that, I read a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Very, very, very powerful book. If there's any book on the planet that I would say that everybody needs to read for personal development, it would be How to Win Friends and Influence People. Don't let the title fool you. It's the best book that I ever read besides the Bible. Okay? And it started changing who I was, right? It started changing the things that I thought. It started changing the things that I said. It started causing me to change what I was watching on TV, my associations, and all those things. And in return, my team wanted to fight me less, right? My team hated me less. My ego over time got smaller, right? And I realized that the greatest leaders are humble, right? Don't get it twisted. I'm still working on the humility thing, because some of y'all, I be wanting to light you up. You know, and I'm just saying that. I'm just being honest. Like, can I be honest? Y'all type honest in the comments. Can I be honest? You know, sometimes I want to vent. Sometimes I want to do a hashtag petty post on social media. But I'd be like, Kenya, you going to look real stupid. And then you preaching Jesus. How you preaching Jesus and acting like the devil? I have to reel myself in, right? And so personal development is extremely important for entrepreneurship, because no one is paying you, right, on a regular basis, right? So when we have a job, we get to go to work, do a job, and we know we're going to get paid. Well, entrepreneurship, you could do the same thing 12 hours a day, every single day. And if nobody buys from you, then you ain't got no money. Right? Am I right? If nobody buys from you, then you don't have no money, right? And so I realized that to be a successful entrepreneur, I had to become a better person, right? Can any of y'all relate to that? In order to be a successful entrepreneur, I had to become a better person. And becoming a better person couldn't be driven by money, right? It just could not be driven by money. Like, I used to be extremely manipulative. You know, I was a liar. Whatever it was that I needed to do to be successful, I would step on whoever I needed to step on. I mean, I know this sounds terrible, but I'm just being honest. You hear what I'm saying? If you can relate, type ouch in the comments. You ain't got to tell me which one you relate on, but I want you to type ouch in the comments, right? I used to be all this stuff. And then, of course, Holy Spirit wrecked my life. And was like, so that's not how we behave in the kingdom. And I'm like, what's the kingdom? Just kidding. You know, and he just started really working on me. He was like, you know, you learn how to be manipulative doing this, and then this, and then this. And he started pointing out all this stuff, but in such a loving way that it caused me to, over time, begin to become introspective, to begin taking a look inside of myself, inside of my life, and making better decisions. And not just for my business, but for myself, right? But when self got better, my business got better, all right? Hey, Bishop Markeith. Hey, everybody, are y'all still here? Give me some hearts, give me some comments, share, do something. But the title of this broadcast is that personal development is crucial for entrepreneurship, because at some point in time, you're going to have to engage with a customer, right? At some point in time, somebody is going to pop off. Somebody is going to do something on social media against you. Somebody going to lie on you. Somebody going to steal. Somebody going to cheat. Somebody going to do something, and you're going to have every right to go off, right? You're going to have every right to defend yourself, right? You're going to have every single right to do whatever it takes to vindicate your name or to save your business. But you're going to have to decide, okay, how am I going to behave in this situation? Like, I've had some of the most crazy people work with me over the last 2 years. And I mean crazy. And I'm just like, these people need deliverance. And I'm serious about the deliverance stuff. You hear what I'm saying? I'm like, some people need an exorcist, right? I'm being funny about the exorcist, but they need deliverance. And rightfully so, I could have lashed out at these people. I could have cussed and called them every single name that they called me, right? But I had to say to myself, hold on. I'm a business owner. What's the rule of business? The customer's always right, even when they're wrong, right? I had to chalk up feelings and words and all that type of stuff in order to be successful. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I'm a punk, I'm a pushover. Don't get it twisted. If you fight me in the natural, I will go and fight your butt in the spirit, okay? I won't do nothing bad to you, but I will be like, Lord, convict their hearts, love them, give them all the grace in the world. And then you'll come back a couple months later. I'm so sorry, Kenya. It's okay. I still love you. I'm just letting y'all know, just in case some of y'all watching, I pray for you. And I don't P-R-A for you. P-R-E for you. I P-R-A for you. For the love and blessings and all that. And that stuff will just burn you up. It would just burn you up. It's right, in a funny way. Anyway. But the title of the broadcast is Personal Development is Needed for Entrepreneurship, especially as you begin to elevate. You have to work on yourself down low so that as you elevate, you stay in that low place. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I plan on being a multi-millionaire. I plan on traveling the world. I plan on putting on events where millions of people will be there. I plan on doing that. But while I am here, or even before now, I have to put myself in a low place and keep myself humble, right? That's why I remove people around me that can't tell me the truth, right? If you can't tell me the truth, you can't be my friend. Right? I can't work with a coach that I can't trust. If you can't tell me the truth, if you can't let me go rise above you without you getting jealous, I can't be with you. Whether you're a friend, my man, my coach, pastor, any of that. If you cannot tell me what I need to hear, then we can't be friends, because the last thing I need to do is run into a brick wall, and you saw me and you just got out the way and let me run into a brick wall. Right? The last thing I need is for somebody to always be a yes man. No, tell me what you see. Tell me what's going on. I always tell people that you should be willing to risk your friendship in order to save it. Right? You have to be willing to risk your friendship in order to save it. So as an entrepreneur, it's important to have people around you that don't care about your ego. They'll be sensitive in their words and they'll have a filter, but they'll help you grow. Right? If people around me can't help me grow, they can't be around me. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm always surrounded by tons and tons and tons of people. But how many people have access into my intimate space and whatever? Very, 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 very few. And it's not because I'm all that. No, even though I am all that. It is because I want to grow, and I need to be surrounded by people that I can trust, where I can pour out what's in my heart, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and whatever, and I know that it'll never end up on somebody's passive aggressive social media post, right? Or it'll never end up on TMZ once your girl becomes famous, right? And fame is not my goal, but it is what it is, right? So for you as an entrepreneur, I need you to understand that you need to surround yourself in a community of people that will force you to grow, that won't let you do things below where you should be. You see what they should? You shouldn't want that for yourself, right? You should not want that for yourself. And if that's what you have right now, you've got to do something different, which is exactly why I'm going into my spiel, why we have my course that launched on Friday, Define It, Declare It, Brand It, where I am strategically walking business owners through how to be successful entrepreneurs. And here's the thing, you got to understand something. One of the pre-work things that I did was an audio series called The Entrepreneur Mindset. And you will say, why would you do that? Because the last thing I need is some ratchet entrepreneurs coming through my course, don't know what they're doing, and they start bashing my course because they didn't do what they needed to do. Before you can even get into the course, I make you walk through clarity, and I make you walk through the entrepreneur mindset, because I want to build strategic entrepreneurs that are not just successful publicly, but are successful privately. Now, I don't be preaching on there. I know I'm not doing any prayer in the actual group, although I am praying for every student inside of the group, right? But I won't be preaching in there. But my goal is that if you're going to come through anything that I do, my goal is to make you better. Not just to make you a ton of money, because that's a given in business, right? If you do business right and you do marketing, but to make you a successful entrepreneur. And success is much more than just your finances, right? It's so much more. And so inside of there, I'm telling them what books to read. I'm reading books myself. Today I was listening to Something Poverty by Chris Valentin. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like my second time listening to it. Just constantly working on myself, making myself great. Over the weekend, I listened to a book called The Culture of Honor, teaching me how to honor people, and not just how to honor people in authority, but how to honor everyone, because everyone is worthy of honor, not just those that we deem as honorable. And that audio book is teaching me how to honor people, which includes my students, which includes my mentors, which includes my interns, it includes my neighbors, everyone, right? So for those of you guys that are still here, I would love to answer any questions for you guys. I tell you guys all the time when I'm here live, you can ask any business, branding, personal development questions. But if you guys are not familiar with my course, it launched on Friday. It's called Define It, Declare It, Brand It. It's a 6-week digital entrepreneur course. The content is pre-recorded, but I will be live inside of the course for 40 hours for 6 weeks. So when you have the pre-work for 2 weeks, and after the pre-work's over with, the official course opens, and we're all walking through the modules together, and then I'm live. So you will ask questions about whatever module that you're on. You will jump inside of our private Facebook group where I'll be doing trainings in there once a week regarding the particular module, answering questions, because it's one thing to walk through a digital course, and it's another thing to have access to the course creator. Okay, and so no shade to any other digital courses out there, because the Blueprint, the Clarity course, I'm not live inside of there. I'm just saying for this course, when I was creating, I said, how much more beneficial could my students get if I'm live in there, right? If I'm live in there, they'll get way more out of it. So the first 2 weeks, I'm not live. You're in the pre-work. And then after that, it will unlock for everyone, right? At the same time, we'll all watch the same module, do the PDFs, and then have trainings inside the same module for 6 whole weeks. After the 6 weeks are up, you will still have access to the course. I'll just no longer be live, and the private group will close, okay? So if you can, extremely important, the course will close on, I think it's July 14th, that Friday, in 2 weeks, basically. It will close or no one else can join. Right after that, then that's when we will get into the actual course content, okay? Because I want to be in there with you guys, and I want to be helping you, okay? What else is there? Oh, so everyone that enrolls in Define It, Declare It, Brand It gets access to my digital course called The Blueprint, and then 40 hours of me inside of the course. 40 hours times $500 an hour comes out to $20,000, but the course is only $397. All right? Okay. So hopefully this was beneficial to you guys. If you guys have questions, whether you're live or on the replay, please feel free to ask me. I'm definitely here for you guys. If you guys want to enroll, go to the link, defineitdeclareitbrandit.com, and I will see you guys in the course, guys. Bye.